how this turns out. Should be perfect. That's it. Right. I think we are ready. So, Jello, and good evening. Yes, good evening. How are you all doing today? Hope you are doing well. As you can tell, we are actually going to go ahead and start. Oh, why isn't that working? Can I go ahead and start? No, yes, no, okay, it's stopped working. Right, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and start our Titanic, the episode number 1, and we'll go into a lot of things. But while we are waiting, let's go ahead and see Jello in the chat. Jello all, and we should be good enough to go. What's here then? Something's gone wrong. Okay, so yeah, Jello all, come on, there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick out the links for all the channels. So there we go. So we have up first our Discord. So come join us on the Discord. You can see a lot more stuff on here. You have a chance to see photos, videos, even have a chat with myself, and have chats with other people. All that sort of extra goodies. We also have a competition on there as well, so you can have a chance to enter the competition, because that is running for I think for another month now. We also are doing some other bits and pieces, and there are obviously the rules to read and the command to find, and then you gain access. If you haven't yet, come join us on the Facebook, and you can have a chance to obviously chat with me there, have some photos put up and all sorts of things, see what sort of stuff I'm snooping on. If you haven't yet, go over to the Fiverr store, have a little poke around, have a little glance, see if you like anything. If you do like anything, just go ahead and purchase it if you wish. All the money that's spent goes back into the company. If you haven't yet, come join us over on the Twitch channel. So you can come watch us live, be one of our followers, and then if you are one of our followers, you are entered free of charge into a competition of 200. As soon as we hit 200 members, we'll spin the wheel and find out who the lucky winner is. If you haven't yet, go over to the Twitter, find us on Twitter, hit that retweet, and then you have a chance to have yourself shouted out live on here. There is a few other things on Twitter as well you can look at, and everything else. You can catch up on some of the old tweets. If you haven't yet, go over to the main YouTube channel, and you can watch us play Lego games, Minecraft games, family friendly games, and all that sort of stuff. Otherwise, you are here for the YouTube adult account, which is obviously the after hours, and obviously with the after hours, we are obviously doing the Titanic build now. We've done the Lego Child, which is also known as Baby Yoda. We have also started the Eddie Stobart build, so yeah, it's all coming along nicely, and there is a special one coming very soon as well. So there's another starting one, and that'll be starting very soon. So yes, go ahead to all them links, and we are happy enough to see you all there. So I'm going to load up Twitter and see how many people have done the retweets to have a shout out. Oh, it didn't load up in my account this time. That's not right. That's not like it. Right, so let's head over to our account. Come on. Where is it? Here we go. So I'll give you a couple more minutes to quickly hit that retweet, and then we'll start going through it all. But yeah, we're going to open the packet up live to yourselves, have a little look at all the pieces, and we'll have a look at the book. We may even just follow the book time to time, but if it's a nice easy one, then we obviously won't follow the book. Alright, I've got a pot of some goodies nearby and some other bits and pieces to help us with this. Alright, so let's have a look at Twitter now then. Come on in. Let's fire it up. Oh, I think the bot has gone out. Yes, it has. So let's quickly just grab that and see what's happening. Right, so if we go like that, give that a quick copy, paste it down there, get rid of that one. Okay, we'll go from there then. Right, so we've got to go. I've got to change that bot over. Alright, so we'll quickly copy that and we'll paste it in a couple of pages. Here we go. We'll go here. Where is it? No, there we go. That's the one we want. Ooh. Right, so is that done it? Alright, so not quite, but hey, we'll get there. Alright, so we want that one. Right, so let's quickly do this bit. Right, where is it? Perfect. Oh, where did that sound come from? Right, okay, so we've got a few notifications popping out left, right and centre now. And we are now good enough to go. Alright, so let's find out who these retweets are and give them a shout out. Alright, so in first we have Roy, in second we have Claire, and in third we have Wabbit. Thank you very much, you three, for being the top 3 retweeters. If you do retweet afterwards, thank you very much, but sadly you've just missed out, and we are now going to go over and fire this up, and we're going to start kicking off with the Titanic build. So where's the bit I need? There it is. Yes, we're still alive, so that's great. So hopefully it'll work a lot better. So what's going on here then? No, that's not right. Come in. Yep. So why isn't that doing what I want it to do? I didn't want that. There we go. Right, so that's different. Alright, perfect. And go. There we go. So we're gonna grab our nice little craft knife for some description. Get a little bit of blade out, and we're just gonna gently open the packet up, put the blade away so no one can get hurt. And we're going to start taking it all out and go through and dissecting the bit by bit of the actual first copy. We've got quite a lot of stuff here. As you know from the previous video, we have all the little bits and pieces here. We are going to go ahead and grab some glue which is sitting there, a brush which is just down here, and we're gonna put some additional glue on the wooden effect here on top of the panel for the deck, because a lot of people are complaining that it's lifting and bowing. So at first, let's move that to one side. Right, we have some articles here. So we've got the first one here, which is some sort of brochure, and inside it gives us some more information about the Titanic. And yeah, let's open this side up. So we've got everything about it, obviously the scale of it, some of the delicate pieces down here. This is what we'll be doing today, part of that part. Comes with nice remote control, as you can have boats as well. Let's see what else there is. There's quite a lot of bits there. The actual engine area, and it's working, which obviously operates the props. Yeah, so all the information's there. If you want me to upload this to the Discord, then let us know and I'll scan it all in on the Discord. So obviously part 2, which we've got down there, which should be about a week or so later. We're supposed to have this metal tin poster, but we had a letter saying that they are on delays, so we won't be getting that on the first delivery, so we should be getting it on the second and beyond. Hopefully it doesn't push the rest of it back, which means third delivery could be 4th for the binder, and then we've got the 5th delivery, which could end up being 6th if they push back, is a screwdriver set. That looks not quite nice. And then we've got the 7th or 8th for the pocket watch, and that's going to be really, really nice. They go well with my dinner suits. So yeah, that's the brochure. I'm going to sit back later, not right now, but later, and give it a read. Wabbit, are you with us or not? Yeah? Alright then. Alright, so up next is the actual booklet. We'll follow it because obviously there's loads of small little pieces and I'm not going to guess where they all go. So we're going to go ahead and have a look. So yeah, like before, issue 2 there. Nice bit of artwork there. So we'll go through, read it all. The Titanic tragedy. The route it took. It is slightly wrong because didn't it go? Oh yeah, because it started off up here, went down to Southampton, left there and popped over to another place, and then obviously back towards Ireland, and then off, and that was it. Hopefully that wasn't the iceberg. It's probably melted by now, or was a completely different shape. And then obviously it talks about the Edward Smith, the captain, on the Edwarian people. What else is there? The Mountain of Steel. Yes, it was a mammoth of a boat or ship. Yep. There's so many theories out there of what happened. There's a lot more information going on, and people saying this one was swapped with the other one. The golden age of the ocean liners, yeah. Obviously the dress, tuxedos and all that, yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, people are saying that the Titanic and the Olympian has been switched around. Because I think it was something was actually wrong with the Titanic, and they took swapped some bits over from Titanic onto Olympian and then renamed it Titanic. That's one theory, and there was another theory that there was an actual fire in one of the coal bunkers, which was alight for a good 4 to 6 weeks before it actually set sail, because of one of the photos showed heat distortion. So I don't know too much. There's so many theories out there without being there in person to actually know what happened and all the lead up to it. You can't actually say. Well, I certainly can't. But then obviously we've got some more information, and this is obviously part of the instructions. So we'll check what we've got. When I looked at it, first of all, it looked like we're actually missing pieces. So let's see what we've got. So we have the deck support panel, the wood effect. We have, okay, I can see the hatch down there. These ones look like 1D, which are the steam winch. These ones look like 1H, which is bits of bollards. Then we have these ones, which looks like 1M, which is the steam valves. We said about L1, which is the hatch, loading hatch. Those people complaining about this because obviously the detail. and then we've got one end which is capstans. It's quite hard to read upside down. Are we missing anything else? Don't know. Alright, so it could be all in here, all the other ones. So we'll soon find out. Right, so let's go ahead and open it up. So let's move that to one side and flick it around so I can see it. Alright. So let's see what we've got here then. Oh, we've got to skip the page. So yeah, so we've got to put the deck down first. So let's open up this bad boy. Make it nice and easy. I know Abby's a little bit busy at the minute, but she'll come join us in the chat. Right, so there's a bit of rubbish there, and then we'll go ahead and open this up. So what I thought was missing isn't missing. They're just like little clamps to keep it all together. So here we go. Right, so we'll keep that to one side. We might actually use that for a bit of a mess. Alright, let's see. Alright, we have. Right, so this is only made out of plastic, which isn't too bad. Got those little holes there. Got to make sure we don't block them up. Right, hopefully it's not too bright. So it's quite dark here, but it's really bright for yourselves. We've got this very fine wood effect sticker. Yeah, it's I'm going to go ahead and do what I was going to do anyway, because obviously this is quite rippled. Look carefully, it's got a bit of a ripple to it. You can see it goes down, up, down, up. So we need to try and flatten it off. There you go, you can see it's not quite flat. But I do have a few little things up my sleeve. We've got some little pieces there, which we'll probably look into afterwards. Oh, there's a couple of different pieces in there. Yep. So I'm just going to lay these all out. Hopefully everything's alright. Alright, we'll go and keep these little bags, because these bags are going to come in handy for the stay-bar build to keep the screws in. But yeah, there is literally no details on the hatch whatsoever. There's supposed to be like a couple little hatches, a couple portholes, but yeah, there's no screws. I would have thought that might have been screwed in, because it looks like it's got screw holes, unless that's in another issue. Right, so we've got the little anchor there. Try and keep an eye on that, and we've got the wind boards there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't that sort of colour on the Titanic itself, but hey. Right, let's put that in there. Grab them, place them there. I've got something that I'm gonna use in a little while, and we'll see how things go. So obviously we wanna get some glue on here. So got myself some Gorilla Glue. Oh, I'm not sponsored by Gorilla Glue, so I'm not gonna do too much with it. And we'll just take it off. Right, and then I'll give this a nice good coat, and hopefully it'll be alright. Obviously we've been having or hearing quite a lot of problems about it, so let's make sure we cover it all, and then we'll make sure we clear the holes out afterwards. So yeah, we'll give it a nice little paint over. Try not to make too much of a mess. Make it so it's nice and tacky, and then we'll get the sticker on, and then I'm going to show you a little trick that I do with it. Right, just make sure the holes are not covered. I'll show you what I'll do with the holes afterwards. Just make sure it all goes okay and nothing gets stuck. I was actually going to get another one of these and literally mod it completely, but then I weighed it up with everything else that I'm doing and the price of everything else. I thought, no, I can't do it. So I'm just going to keep it as it is, as it comes, but do little bits and pieces like this just to keep things going so we don't have issues. So we'll give this a nice good soak. So obviously I'm going to be using the glue on another project as well. So I've got a couple of more up my sleeve. Alright, so we'll get out a good old going over. Alright, should be almost done. Let's make sure. Alright. And then I'll get a little cotton bud out, give it a little wipe down certain places. Alright. That should be it. Obviously, it's only a cheap paintbrush that I got from the local supermarket. And that should be it. So what we're going to do next is put a lid on that so we don't get too much air in and put a massive skin on it. Alright, put that to one side. We're not going to use that anymore now. We'll grab a toothpick for now. Just give the holes a little poke out in a little bit. Obviously we don't want to have them blocked up and then we can't get the next pieces in. And then we're also going to get a cotton bud, moisten it up, and just rubbing around the sides, getting off all the glue. Right, there we go. That's that side bit done. That side bit done. Next, we'll just clear out some of these holes. So yes, it's I reckon it's going to be a good build. It is quite big. I will go through all the measurements again towards the end if I can remember them all. So let's get all these holes out. If I can see any in the holes, I'll just try and pop them out and clear it up. Alright, so it should be almost ready to go ahead and tackle. Oh, it's that one. I was quite liking that one. Alright, any more? A little bit extra in there. Oh, let's see if I can get that out from there. Turn around, so we've got out and now. Okay. Alright, so I think, oh no, there's one there. I think that's about it. That's all the holes covered. Alright, see if I can get a bit of light on it. This light is quite hot because it's been on for a while. Let's get rid of them. And now, let's try and get this wood effect. So we're going to start from the biggest part, and then we'll just work our way to the narrow. Should have really made sure it fit, but that's me. Right, I can see the wood effects already started to break, so I've got to be extremely careful. And we'll try to tease it on, just like so. Try and line the holes up. There we go. This is quite tacky. Right. So that seems to be covering quite nicely, but let's have a look. Yeah, it's gone on quite well. Some of the holes do line up, some don't. But now, give it a nice little roll. That should level it all out, make it nice and smoother. Hopefully it will get rid of a lot of any bubbles underneath. It's only what I use when I was doing wallpapering. I use it when I do tyre repairs, put it on mushroom, over mushroom patches, use it wallpapering. Even with the lorry curtains, I've got like a rubber one, a real hard rubber one, and I use a hot air gun to repair the curtains. Give it a little stitch up and then put a heat patch over. There we go. Give it a nice little roll over. Should be virtually good to go. I do see one hole which has got some glue in it, which I'm going to poke out. Make that 2 holes now. So cocktail stick comes back and cotton bud. There's one hole there. Oh, yeah, so some of the decks would be coming off. That's not good at all. So let's go like that. Right, so that corner there, sort of over double lapped itself and split off. Got a little piece there which obviously comes up this part. Right, to get let's do what tweezers out in a minute. Right, let's see if we can get that in there. Might have to put a dab of extra glue in there. Right. Here we go. That's back in place. So this would affect, it looks nice, but yeah, it has gone down. Let's have a quick look. It looks like it's gone down the tree. Let's see if I can just weld that bit in. Yeah, that looks alright from that angle. It looks alright from that angle as well. Let's see. Right, I might have to put a little bit of weight on that corner because that seems to be lifting a little. Alright, let's go like that a little bit. Right, otherwise that looks pretty good. It's nice and bright for you, but it's actually quite dark. If I quickly, yeah, there we go. Turn the light off. Obviously, I'm just using the monster light, which looks about right, sort of thing. And let's go ahead and bring the light back on so we can see what we're doing. Alright, so that's away. I've got to give that a clean out. Alright, so up next, what do we have? Alright, so we've got a few things to put in place. It's still quite wet. Let's see if I can dry some of this up. Right, there we go. It's only just a couple that needs it. I think that'll do. Right, that can't be used no more. Right, so what's up next? Right, so we were looking for the back end of the deck, and we are looking for some of these parts. So let's see if I can find them. So we're looking for 1C, which is the anchor. There we go. One anchor. Oh, out. Before you start asking, there you go, that's what it looks like. And that goes, this one straight to the boat itself. And that to me looks like it goes in these two holes. It would have been ideal if they just had the wood in one piece with a protective cover of this side as well as the cover that on the other side, and then allowed us to literally screw through or drill through the actual holes this end, drill through so we can put our holes into the deck without having any additional gap around, because now looking at it there is a gap around this part here which obviously looks a bit awful now. So I might change my mind a little bit, but it's not going to stop us from building it. So that's 1C. So 1D is them things. Right, so is that the 1D? That looks like the 1D. We'll go ahead like that. So yes, we'll carry on from where we are. Right, got some spam there. Let's get rid of that. Alright, sorted. Right, so let's open the packet up, because like I said, I want to keep these packets. They're going to come in handy. Alright, come on. Open up. Alright. Rabbit, are you able to do me a little favour? Rabbit, can you do me a little favour and give this brush a little wash out? Because it's got glue all over it, please. So we have 3 of these. It doesn't look too bad in colour wise. There we go, got them in between fingers. And we've got to make sure they go in the right way. So we have 2 with the big ends outwards. So you like that. Oh, put it in there properly without breaking it. So yes, if you haven't yet, have a look in the description of the video on YouTube, and you will see a link, or a few links in there, of other people that I'm following that is also doing this build. One of them is actually renaming it as the Olympic, which is obviously the sister. Right, so that one had no additional bits, but this one's got a little additional tag on it. Can I break it off? Right, got craft knife out. Just saying this shouldn't be there. A bit of additional baking material, so that's about right now. Rabbit, would you be able to put the brush in some water, please? That one goes in there. That's it. So that's how we're looking so far. And then we need to get this last one, which seems to be somewhere. Ooh, hang on. Looks like it goes about there. Is that right? Pictures don't really help that much. I'm going to try and put it in there. That's what it looks like. The pegs all fit. There we go. That's it. So that's how we've got so far. So we've done the 1C and 1D. Now we've got to find F and G. So they must be in here. so we'll keep that to one side. Alright, let's open this up. Alright, here we go. So let's have a look at these ones. There's a few little things here. We've got some round ones, so they must go somewhere else. Got an idea roughly where they go. And we've got a couple of little different boxes. Alright, so what one do we need? E. It's not showing E. E's there, but it's not showing E up there. Okay, so we'll go for this F1. So that's what F looks like. Bit weird, but it's what it is. And that is showing the little lip bit pointing towards the rear in there. In the book it looks straight, but it's not straight, but that's how it is. It's like it's pointing forwards or pointing backwards. Right, let's keep it orientated to the book so we don't go wrong. What's next? It's G. Right, so G goes next to it, and yeah, you know them little tents you find on the sides of roads where workmen are working in like some sort of pit. Looks like one of those. It looks like it can go in either way, and it's got to go. You've got a slope and a slope, and you've got like a straight line. And that straight line goes like so. Just in that one. Try and square it up. Right, now we have E. So that is E. So it's obviously a slightly bigger one with some air vent holes in it. So let's let you try and see it. There are people that are modding these, replacing a lot of the parts on it. They also say it's working the same size as another build. I think it's the Templar one, something like that. So yeah, it goes that way, and you can't go wrong because obviously there's only 2 pins going that sort of way. So that goes sitting there. Well, it's alright then. So pins must be 2 different sizes then. Yep, 2 different sizes, so it goes in one way only. And that's how we are looking now. So that's C, D, E, F, and G. Did we do G? Yes, we've done G. H next. Oh, right, so easy on that one. So H are these ones. Here we go. Alright, so I'll pull these out. Obviously I'm not going to take these apart again, paint them up or anything like that. I'm not going to do that severe modding. I'm just going to do certain mods just to keep the build together. So obviously that stickiness, it wasn't sticking to an awful lot of people, so I went ahead and done that. So this is what H is, which is the bits, bollards. Alright, and we should have about 6 of them, looks about right. Yes, they do go in one way as well. And the first one goes there. Give that little gentle push in. Come on. Gently does it. Oh, that's a bit of a tight fit. Right, that's a real tight fit in that one. Right, let's try moving it on to the next one instead. There we go, so it fits that one. So we'll try a different one in that one. So we'll try that one again. Go on. Ooh. Oh, that's still quite tight fit. Right, so we don't damage it. There goes the cocktail stick. Right, let's have a quick look, make sure there's nothing in it. No, there's nothing in it. Right, let's give it a little wiggle around. Let's try again. A nice gentle push in. It's going. There you go. It's in and it's homed. So that's two. And the third one comes up to this point here. Alright, so we are definitely getting there slowly. Right. Right, same sort of thing again. Screw run that round. Obviously you don't want to open it up too much because obviously they just go in, out, and then you'll probably lose it. There you go, that's gone in. Nice tight fit now. So that's half of it in. Now I've got to spin around and do the other half. Right. So let's have a quick look. See if that'll go in that one. Oh, that went in really well. Here we go. So home. Well, I can't see any light for it. So yeah, they're all homed in nicely. So far so good. So we'll go moving on to the next one, which is around here. And yep, that's gone in nicely. And the last one comes in there. Right. So that's in nicely. So what do you reckon so far? Oh, looking quite nice. Getting there. I will try and take some photos later and get them on the Discord and Facebook. Alright, I've actually had this a while, as you know, because obviously when I've done my opening, I literally had it about 24 hours before I've done the opening video. So let's see what's next. Up next is the windbreakers. So they've got a little pattern on them, so the little pattern is to go for the boat itself. Alright, so the little pattern is basically little dimples. I don't know if they're going to show up on the camera. See, yeah, you can see them little lines. They go on the inside. Chunky to thin? Yeah, chunky to thin. So it comes there and goes up there. So where's the... Is that one there? Yeah, so it's this little hole here. So we've got that hole there. Yeah. And that one goes up to this one. And then it goes up to this one. The pins are very thin and delicate. Everything seems to be looking alright, so let's gently place them in. There we go. They're in. Not 100% convinced about them ones. And same again with this one. They are sided. We've got dimples, dimples that side, no dimples that side. So obviously mirror it so it'll be that one, and that one. Do it nice and gently. I have heard people complaining that they tried putting it in and the pins snapped on them. Right, that's not going in. Alright, so let's see how we're going to do this then. So they didn't go in quite well that time. Let's just make sure these holes are clear. Which they are. Try once more. Alright, so do it nice and gently. If pin breaks now, just like that, all three pins are just broke. Great. So I might have to glue that now. I didn't even put any pressure on it. Right, so there is what I'm going to do. I'll probably have to try and glue that off cam and see how it goes. But yeah, it's literally, yeah, they sort of like broke, and that is not even putting any pressure on them ones. Alright, so not really impressed with that bit. Let's make sure that hasn't. That's still quite hard. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Can you please put that in some water before it goes too hard?
Just put it onto the...
No, it's starting to go hard. Can you please put it in some water?
Yeah, you should put it onto the tap.
Yeah, and then just leave it in the water in like a small cup. Thank you. Alright. Now where were we? Oh yes. Looks like we have the... Ooh, yeah. I've got something in here, looks like. Some sort of funnel. Ventilation duct. Alright. So let's open that up. And yeah, we'll go ahead. We've got some little pins there. I think I said we've got a spare one of those. So yeah, so that one we'll have to try and sort out and glue. And then we have ventilation ducts. Which way around is that? So if that's like that in the book, so it's this one here. Pointing towards the rest of the boat. There we go. Alright, so that's that one. Right, let's see. After that we have, as you guessed it, right, so wants us to apply a little glue to this. So we'll test fit it first, make sure it fits. Fits without the glue. Yeah. There you go, so it's fitting without the glue. I'll leave it like that. I won't put any glue on it. Because obviously I've got to take it off and get access to that to make sure we can get that sorted out. What's next? Alright, so up next we have 4 pins, so we've got 5, so one of them is spare, so we'll put one away. Here we go, come on, in there. Right, so we've got one spare. Put that to one side. Right, so 4 of them. Do they zigzag? No, they go in a straight line, so they go one ahead. So why don't they give us the ones that goes in front of it? So we have a line of 4 here. And we've got 2 set back. Don't worry about the 2 that set back. So we gently place them in. There you go, there's one. And 2. That was a bit of a tighter fit. Felt like it was going to go. Right, here we go. Three. Yeah, that's 3 in. And then we'll go for the 4th one. So here we go. 4. Well, there we go. That is so far so good. So like I said, not happy with that one. Yeah, we'll yeah, it's already folding over on itself. So we'll poke that out so I can repair it. It's quite a tight fit in there. There's that one there. Right, so yeah, I'll probably have to repair that with the other glue I've got, which is obviously like a clear one. No, it's just, come on. That's cocktail stick going. It's alright, we've got some spare ones anyway. Right, that one's broken. I'll get another one. Right, come on. Right. Here we go, another cocktail stick. Failing that, I think I've got another tool I can use, which is obviously in my toolbox. So we can, that one's through there. It's really stiff, that one. So it's going it through. It's lifting there, so that's good. There we go. That's out. And we've actually lost a piece. It's going to probably take me a... Aha, there it is. We'll try and repair that ourselves. Failing that, I'll just contact them and see if they can send out another one. Unless someone out there on the Facebook or Discord, YouTube community has one, and then a spare one, I'm more than happy enough to have it. I'm happy enough to pay postage for it. Shouldn't be that much for postage. But yes, I'll try and fix that. What's next? Aha, these last 4 things. Right, so we have 1 that goes in this one here. Do it nice and gently. And we have 1 in this one. That's 2. 1 in that one. 3, and we have 1 in that one, which is 4. There we go, all 4. Well, I'll just gently place that there for a minute. So we've got some sort of idea how it looks. Oh, there way we want to go. Yes, that is how it's looking. Nicely done. So there is a few little bits we are not 100% happy with. Where's this bit? So we can put these little broken tabs in. And obviously I will do that bit of gluing maybe tonight or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow after a nice big cup of coffee. So keep that safe and go ahead from there. Otherwise, that is it. It sort of like looks the same. Place that there and place that there. There we go. It's like the same as the book. Obviously minus a bit of a breakage. But it is one of them things, we will come across little things like that where it breaks. But as a creator of some sort of models and a mechanic and that, we should be able to do these repairs ourselves. Obviously, if it's major fault sort of thing, then we will be getting replacement parts. Well, I've got spam coming up. Go away, spam. So yes, there we go. If there is any more additional hints and tips that I need to show you at a later date, or even someone told me to share, I will obviously share it. I may actually put that in my other collection, which is the Stobart one. I might put it in there just to keep it all nice and tidy so it doesn't get damaged. And then this will go in a pot similar to the one that I'm storing the Stobart stuff in. Let's go away and put the blade knife before I forget about it. Yeah, we do have a little bit of rubbish to put in the bin, which we'll do as we leave the desk. So there's that. And over there it goes there. So we've got a lot of stuff, going on. And there goes the glue that I was going to use. I've got to dig that out after the stream. But no, there we go. That is just the one build. Obviously coming up in the second one we have, let's move that over there, in issue 2, which we've actually got down there, which we can't quite reach, is going to be a very long issue. We have 2 bits of hole, a joining plate, the name tag, a screwdriver, which we'll probably use one of ours, and some screws. That's probably going to take us about 4 hours to do. Only joking. If it takes me 4 hours to do that, then there's something wrong with me. But yeah, we'll obviously do a recap in the next issue about more issues with this one. We should have a delivery coming because it's 2 issues every month up until issue 8's done, and then it goes weekly, so that'd be 4 issues a month. We obviously doing ours through the subscription fee, so we have it delivered to us, so we don't have to keep worrying about waiting for it to come out in the shops, and if the shops sell it and everything. But obviously the shop just around the corner from me is about 10 minutes in the car, which is nearest shop. Don't want to be too bad about it, but the person who will order it in, after about 3 or 4 issues, he'll then stop ordering it in, and even if you do the subscription through the shop, hand in like the little document, which I don't think we had in this one. No, normally you get like a little bit of paper you hand in to your news agents or supermarket or something, and then they will like order you the issues in for you. He and she won't. They will take the leaflet off you, and they will file it in file 13, which is the bin, and yeah, they probably all get like two or 3 issues afterwards, and that'll be it. They will ask you to source it elsewhere, and by the time you source it elsewhere, it's already gone too far, or you have to like subscribe online, and then you're missing out on bits and pieces. So this obviously came in nice and handy. It may come in handy again later on down the line, but otherwise it's all good. So hopefully everyone's enjoyed that. Yeah, we can turn that over now because we're not making dirty messes. So yeah, as you can see how big it is. It's like, I'll put it on that line there. It's literally just over that line there, so that's a good 19 centimeters. So that's 190 millimeters long, and it's, oh, do it from the right way. It's just over 11 centimeters wide, and that's just that part there. Let's see if I can find the actual measurements. It should be on here. Let's see. No, they are. Right, the width in total is 14.5 centimeters. The height is 22.5 centimeters, and overall length is 134 centimeters. So yes, it is going to be a quite big one. It doesn't fit on the fireplace. It will fit on the windowsill, but I'm going to put a shelf up there, yeah, above the monitors, the Sega set monitors, because I've got two, and then I've got two down here, and then I've got two above it, and then I'm going to have a couple of shelves put up, one for this build, which is obviously going to have a display case, which is obviously bigger. Don't know what the dimensions of the display case is, but I'm assuming it's going to be the same sort of size as the Bismack, which unfortunately I didn't do. I think it's about the same sort of size display case, and it's a shame that the Eddie Stobart build doesn't have a display case too, because that would be nice to put up there, and maybe put a scenery on the back of the glass. So yes, so what's your takes on that? My personal takes is that the wood obviously splintered down this end. I took the backing plate off. It splintered up here and actually came away. It's down now. It came away there. Obviously the plastic was a bit too brittle. So yeah, I did obviously make sure the holes were clear, and they were. But obviously you've got these holes about, so I'm assuming that one, and that one, and the same on these sides. Probably going to be screw holes to screw it down onto the hole, I'm assuming, and maybe these ones as well to screw it down. And then obviously you've got little cranes and the actual mask. I think the mask goes in this one. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to know what these wires will be. Will it be thin gauge wire, like soldering wires type gauge, or will it be like thread? I don't know. And obviously issue 3 is to do with smoke, and a lot of people have been complaining that the machines don't work. With that, I will explain more about that on issue 3, but I'm taking a look at someone else's one, because a friend of mine, he's got their one, and one of the diodes that they found in one of their packs is kaput, and another one, it's got bad solder joints. So that's why he's 2 out of the 3 are not working on their test packs. So yes, we'll be taking a look at our test pack. Obviously I'll do it on stream to see what happens. Yes, the smoke is a bit thin, so you might not be able to see it on the stream, but if I can see it, I'll let yourselves know. I'll try and do some sort of other recording. But yeah, I'm not really happy with that windbreaker, water breaker, so I will look into that and see how things go. So let's see what's going on there. Why have you just disconnected? There we go. Reconnect. Hey. Right, this, oh man, this needs resetting. The whole device needs resetting. Oh, it's not what I want. Alright, nearly 12 o'clock at night. Alright, so yes, let us know what you think down in the comments, if you enjoyed it, anything that you would like changed on it if you're building it, or even reach out to me on the Facebook, let us know, and if I haven't yet subscribed to you, I'll subscribe to you and watch your videos on issue 1 at least. I won't watch any other ones until I've done it myself. But obviously I don't mind hearing your hints, tips and issues and problems and little pictures. I don't mind seeing all that, but obviously I won't watch the video until I have actually done mine. Same with the Eddie Stobart builds. I won't watch any others. There was a bit of a sneak peek on a video I saw yesterday because they've done a live stream to do catch up, but it wasn't, I was missing much on that one because it's just a set of mats, which is fine by me. So let's see. So we'll go to be right back quickly. While we are doing that, I'll let that little video clip go, and I will let's see, do a quick 60-second ad break so I can quickly give myself a quick stretch and get things sorted. So 3, 2, 1 and ad break. So now the ad break is going, I can give a quick stretch and make sure I've got everything, and yes, I will have a look at this windbreaker as well and give it a little glue down. I don't know, a bit of heat might get them two back on, but certainly a bit of glue will do that one. Where is it? Can't see it. Oh, it's gone. It's gone outside. Oh no, there it is. I'm gonna see if it's got a small enough spout so I can do it. If not, a cocktail stick will do the job for me. It doesn't look like ad break's working. Let's give that a quick refresh. No, it looks like the ad break didn't work for me. That is a big shame. So this end up going ending soon. There we go. I'll find out why the video's not moving. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming along. If you haven't yet, go along to all the social media accounts that is coming up in the chat and click on them, follow them. Don't forget to come join us on the channels, especially the YouTubes and the Twitch. Hit the follow button, hit the free subscribe button. If you enjoyed the content, leave a thumbs up. If you think I've been a spoon or done anything wrong, leave a thumbs up. And yes, don't forget to obviously subscribe. If you want to get notified, click the bell. And if you once you click on the bell, select all, you'll get notified for all the videos. Most of all, don't forget to look in the description of the videos, because obviously in the videos has all the links to all the other people that's doing this that I'm following. That will change from time to time, and there is also links on how to actually get this build. I think I've done everything. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming along. Don't forget to obviously leave a comment about it, any hints, tips, things that you might have done slightly different, or things that you are doing different, anything like that. Just leave in the comments, and I'm certainly going to read it, and if it wants it, I'll give it some sort of notification. Other than that, thank you very much for coming along. It's been great, and I'll see you on the next stream. It might be Stobart. Next 4 issues. Or it could be just normal gameplay. Who knows? Otherwise, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Come on. No, please.